Hi. Hello family members and welcome back to my channel.
Trading isn't about being right every single time. It's about being consistent over time. YouTube family. I've been in Bali for a couple of days and I know I have not posted on YouTube in a couple of months. But look, I thought no better time to pick up the camera while I'm in Bali and kind of update you with where I've been at, what I've been up to. And I thought I'd share something very valuable with you guys because it was not only just something I went through, it's something that Life Club also went through, which is my community. I'm sure every other trader goes through and has to go through. So like, here's the truth. Going into May, I had 3 losses in a row. I'll be honest, that's what happened. I took a 0.5% loss, a -1% loss, and then a 0.5% loss. And if you have ever been through drawdown or through any sort of scenario similar to that, you will know exactly how that would feel. Now, you have to ask yourself, how would a consistently profitable trader show up during those times? You need to have that self-awareness to know how someone would show up, because it becomes your anchor point in moments of drawdown, let's say. Because what's crazy is I was 3 trades losing streak, and then on the 4th trade wipes out the drawdown. That 4th trade was a 2%er and I'm back to technically break even for that month. And yeah, I think there's lessons in that. And the first lesson that I want to tell you guys is literally the importance of probabilities over perfection. What does that even mean? You can still have a profitable, the perfect system or trading plan, set of rules, and you can still take losses. You can still take 3 losses in a row. But look, here's the thing. Trading isn't about being right every single time. It's about being consistent over time. So can you still be consistent whether you take 3 wins in a row or 3 losses in a row? No matter what your mental is, your psychology is saying, you must learn to be consistent throughout. And that's just a massive highlight, kind of what I went through literally in the first week or 10 days, 10 trading days of May. Like 3 losses, shared that publicly with Life Club, then focused on those higher quality setups, banked profit on the 4th trade, and then everything else just followed through. Right? We can't control where we are in the market cycle, but in terms of your knowledge as a trader, your technicals, you should be able to then stay consistent and emotionally mature throughout that. Very, very excited.
Ella quiere ra, ra, ra. Ella quiere ra, 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 ra. Ella quiere ra, ra.
Vibes! Welcome to the vlog.
Ra, 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 ra. Ella quiere ra, ra, ra. Ella quiere que le den por detrás. Ella quiere ra, ra, ra. Ella quiere que le den por detrás. Tú eres bellaquita, tú eres mi gatita. Cuando has mirado un gordito que perrea, te lo hago suavecito.
Salamat! One of the things that I remember one of my mentors saying was just like, do not judge yourself off of one trade, 1 week, 1 month, 1 quarter. There's a sense of like learning to trust that process or detaching from the outcome. I think those go hand in hand. Just understanding where you see yourself long-term in your trading career. Thinking long-term vision, what is sustainable. I could have easily judged myself over those 3 trades. I could have easily spiraled. I think a level of self-awareness, understanding what is happening to my mental, having self-awareness on those language and the narratives that you are telling yourself. Like, if you start to judge yourself based off those trades, based off that start of the week or based off of that month, that is a massive no-no, it's a red flag. You've got to be aware of it. So remember this, you are not your profit and loss, you are not your last trade. You have to learn to zoom out, think long term, think bigger picture. That mental resilience to sustain that or to do that as well also comes hand in hand. So technically you have the ability and the awareness to do that, but then psychologically you have to train yourself to do that as well. Goes hand in hand. If one is lacking, it becomes like a ceiling or a lid for the other. Because look, I'll be honest, it doesn't feel great when you are 3 losses in a row. You know, it could be worse, it could be better, doesn't matter. But that's where emotional maturity comes in the sense that, can you hold that belief on your plan, on your edge, on probabilities through that period? And you know what? If you can, you get rewarded. You know, you can think of it in fitness, right? If you've been going gym for like 3 weeks consistently and you don't see abs, do you quit? No. You trust the process. Same thing is with trading. So it is the weekend, I've just showered, I started my day with a cheeky little sunrise run towards the beach and back. And I took a trade yesterday, so I actually wanted to just sit down this morning and ASR it, and I guess since I'm filming for YouTube and I'm going to share it to Life Club, I guess I will just share my thought process of this trade. I've kind of missed doing some cheeky chart stuff, so I'm going to jump on the screen and show you this EU short that I took. So let's jump through the charts right now. So we are here on the daily. What is clear is that we've just basically all been drawing towards this major buy side liquidity level. Obviously, buy side is resting above the highs, sell side liquidity resting below lows, etc., etc. So magnet for price was to push to the upside. However, we did that on Thursday. Think about market structure, what's the most basic thing, and think about liquidity and how price. It's like breathing, right? Every inhale is an exhale. Every single time we've now taken this major buy-side liquidity on the higher time frame, we're here on the daily. It's natural to have a pullback. Price just never rockets up to the upside, right? For example here, right? It pushes to the upside, it pulls back, it pushes to the upside, pulls back, pushes up, etc., etc. So taking out this, anticipating that there could be short-term shorts. That was my thinking. Let's jump into the 1 hour, you'll see. So what happens is I rein it in. We understand that Wednesday, Thursday, we've pushed to the upside. We get this pattern, this formation. Pay attention to patterns like this. Then creates an internal break of market structure based on this time frame. So that's important to point out, right? Once you understand where you are in market structure, where or why you've seeked certain liquidity and where is the next drawn liquidity. Again, this is basic ICT concepts, which is free. You can then start to pinpoint areas of interest. So in this sense, you know, you've got this area here, anticipating a reaction from Life Club that I shared, and we ended up drawing a bit to the upside, which gathered fuel going into Friday. So my entry over here, think of power of 3 daily cycle just for going into New York. I'm gonna shut it off here. Think of this London open kill zone short, right? So I'm gonna put it in simple terms that everyone who understands ICT should be able to follow through. So we have midnight opening price, we draw to the upside, we take liquidity that was resting here. So we're above opening price. That's also known as manipulation, Judas swing. So we've swept this, right? We then react off it. We trade to it, but not through it. So we react to the downside because we understand that we are in a pullback area, and we have this AOI in this rectangle section here. What happens is on this time frame, you can say the external break of market structure is down here. And within this region, there's already those, what some people might call change of character or internal break of market structure, so on and so forth. So there's entry, there's opportunity. If you're aggressive in this region, in this region, in this region, and what I did is I waited for this to be broken on the 5 minute, and then you can time your entry based on whether you take OB entry, OTE entry. You know, that's gonna be up to you, your plan and strategy. So for me, cheeky little 2%er, and technically this was sort of my bare minimum target with a 2% trade, and yeah, ended up drawing all the way into the AOI. So love to see that, very accurate. Trades to it, right? You see the wick forming, and it does not continue, so it does not trade through. So that ends up closing out the week and the day. So very, very good trade. Now, you know, there's moments where you're like, oh, could I have taken longs to the upside? And I have this sort of analogy with Life Club that I say, you know, I'm not trying to get the whole pie. I just get pieces of the pie consistently. And that's my style, that's my risk appetite. I'm okay with that. Psychologically, it works well for me. And of course, consistency wise, it works well for me too.
You see my hottie if you run kitty when I pull up on you. Yeah, me if you act when I see you blushing, girl you put me on. Yeah, girl I want, girl I like you, so me want. Girl I want, girl I like you like me too. Yeah. And it doesn't get better. Fantasies I've got, fantasies that we're driving down the boulevard. You hold me close and all the scars are gone. I should say I don't look the same.
Had such an incredible surf sesh. I'm on the way now to get coffee with my buddy from the Life Club. He flew from Perth, Australia. First coffee of the day, post surf. Body's a little bit sore, but feeling really good. So good. Adrian from Perth. How long have you been in LMS?
1 year and 8 months.
1 year, 8 months.
And it's very different in person.
What am I like in person?
You're the same.
I'm the same? Okay. Well, that's good to know. Apparently my voice is higher in person. Far away.
What, everyone? Like Europe and...
Okay team, I guess we will leave the video there. Quick little catch up on just how trading's been the past couple months that I've been away. It's been great, everything's been great. Been in Bali, which has been a lot of fun, surfing. Something about the tropical waves, just being able to surf, be on the water. I'm going through this cycle of like deep reflective work. You know, we're smack bang in the middle of the year. Got 6 months left, and I'll probably do another video just on that topic. Moments where I'm reflective, doing deep work, but also like enjoying life, planning kind of for the next cycle, the next phase, which is then like go back in London, execute, build, all that sort of stuff, expand. So it's just really nice to kind of have that freedom, and it's such a massive blessing. So I do not take that for granted at all. And like the more I speak about what I do, what I get to do, and the impact that I get to make, whether that's in a small sense or in a bigger sense, I feel like it's super humbling, you know, super humbling. With that said, this is my last day in Canggu. Gonna be heading to Ubud with a couple of my friends. Yeah, just wanted to kind of make this video as chill as possible. Bit of trading, bit of reflection, deep stuff, and then of course a cheeky ASR. Since I'm in Southeast Asia, of course getting in some surfing. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being patient. Thanks for tagging along on my journey. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. God bless.